Hearthstone is now on your phone. World of Warcraft is getting watery, and Rift is getting super watery. This is MMO-Play Dailies. What is up, everybody? It's the Higgs here, joining you from MMO-Play.com. There is still, believe it or not, it persisted through my vacation, construction going on. I've been told that it is nearly over, so either today or tomorrow will be the last day. But if you hear some construction noise in the background of the video today, blame it on the night if you want, just don't blame it on me. That being said, we have tons of news to cover, so let's jump on in. It's a big day for Blizzard. Quite frankly, they haven't had a big day in a little bit. I listen to a lot of podcasts. One of my favorite ones is The Instance. And on The Instance, in the past episode, they were talking about how World of Warcraft is sort of in this lull period that always happens after a major expansion. Super good episode, actually. I really enjoyed this past week's episode of The Instance, if Scott Johnson and crew are watching this video. Anyway, the well has been a little bit dry in WoW news. That changed yesterday evening. We got our first look at patch 6.2. So really, 6.2 is the patch that I've been waiting for since the launch of Warlords of Draenor. This will unlock the last zone in Draenor that has been previously inaccessible, Tanaan Jungle. The Tanaan Jungle is the stronghold of the Iron Horde, and as such, it features a new raid there, the Hellfire Citadel. Timey-wimey stuff aside, and this expansion now being 6 months old or something, I still really love coming across references that exist in Outland. I'm just a nerd that way. In the Hellfire Citadel, you're going to be able to face Kilrogg, Manaroth, a reanimated Manaroth, and Archimonde. In addition to that, if you're not much of a raider, there are new nautical missions that you can start out with at your garrison. You have to have a level 3 garrison, then you can build a shipyard, and now you have nautical missions. Well, patch 6.2 and WoW wasn't the only Blizzard news we had today. We've also got a major change for Hearthstone. There have been whispers for a while of Hearthstone coming to a mobile platform. Those whispers have now been validated. Starting today, you can download Hearthstone on the Apple Store, Google Play, or Amazon. I've already got me some Hearthstone on my phone. I got it this morning pretty much as soon as I found out that it had dropped, and I absolutely am loving it. There's even an iPhone, I don't know if you can see that, but hopefully an iPhone deck for me to play around with. So that is available on the phones now. Go play your cards, kids. Well, Defiance is releasing players upon Alcatraz a little bit before the TV show does. The TV show is premiering season 3 on June the 12th on Sci-Fi, of course. Ahead of that, though, if you were playing the Defiance MMO, you can storm the beaches, rocky crags, I don't know what you'd call them really, of Alcatraz. Easily the most anticipated feature of this content update is the Expeditions feature. Basically allows you to jump into some co-op matches with other players and face a gauntlet of increasingly harder and harder enemies, but also get increasingly better and better rewards. In addition to the Expeditions feature, you also have Cyber Rigs, which basically allows you to further customize your weaponry and talents and items. Well, it seems like Rift couldn't get any more nautical, but they are. That's right, following the massive success and overwhelming positive fan response of their latest expansion, Nightmare Tide, we are going even farther into the deep with their Echoes of Madness patch. In this new patch, there is new raid content, there is improved instance combat, there is cool new loot, there's a whole new storyline, and perhaps one of the most interesting and ominous descriptions ever. I'll read you just a little bit of it now. Do you feel a tingling at the back of your neck? The faint wriggle of a tentacle as it tastes the base of your skull. Hands up if the first thing you thought of was tentacle porn. Be honest. Well, the MOBA Shards of War is replacing its pretty lame system of items. They've got a new crafting system hitting the game, which gives people items they can actually use. This major content patch also features more dangerous towers to make that whole thing more interesting, as well as healing tactics that pretty much change how healing works in that game entirely. And to round out the lineup of stuff coming in this patch, you've also got a new character, Caliber, who totes some guns and shows some cleavage. One of the games that's currently in beta that it really surprised me in the recent weeks was Triad Wars. And now they are fixing some issues that I personally had playing that beta. Some of the things they are addressing in this patch is they are scaling the weaponry on AI. So your easier people have pistols and knives, and your hardcore AI have big rocket launchers and stuff. They're also tweaking a bunch of other stuff, raiding, weapons, a whole lot of stuff. One of the things that make me sad, but also I totally get why they're doing it, is is they're totally nerfing the cleaver. The cleaver is by far the best weapon in that game because it's just uber powerful. But not anymore. They are nerfing the thing because it's too powerful. They still say, you know, this is the iconic weapon of the game. I totally agree with that statement, but it just can't be that powerful at launch. So I totally get it, although watch yourself, Triad Wars. That brings us to today's daily shout out. Really changing up the sub shout out a little bit from what we usually do here. I think this new way is going to be a little bit better though. I'm going to be spotlighting one subscriber. Now this could be a new subscriber, it could be an old school subscriber, it really doesn't matter. It's just one subscriber in the MMO-Play universe. We're going to be talking about them, giving them a little bit of shout out and throwing some of their content your way to check out because I think it's cool and I think you should check it out. Our very first sub shout out in this new format is Jay Lovett. This is a longtime viewer of MMO-Play Dailies, stuck by us for a long time here, and uploaded a fantastic Path of Exile hideout video that had some cool like Islamic lore behind it. Very cool. Check out the link. Check out Jay Lovett. Awesome subscriber. If you want a chance to be included in this sub shout out, all you gotta do is subscribe if you haven't already and start putting up some great content. And then, you know, maybe like drop me a line. Let me know that you're putting up great content. And maybe tomorrow I'll feature your content in the sub shout out. Today's comment shout out comes from Drake Slater. It's in response to yesterday's video about Path of Exile's upcoming beta. It's just like a Path of Exile show today, apparently. He says, I just hope that there's a good chance of actually getting into the closed beta. Now, this is sort of a mixed bag. Over Path of Exile, they're doing the same beta inclusion process that they did back in 2011. It's called the beta key timer. And whereas other MMOs favor certain demographics of players, maybe people who've been playing for a long time or people in a certain age bracket or whatever, the beta key timer is entirely random. What it does is every 5 minutes, it basically spits out another person who wants to be included in the beta, and then they include that person. So in some ways, yeah, you probably got a pretty good shot of getting in on this beta. You have as good a shot as anyone else. In other ways, you know, if you're a long-time player or you're just a massive Path of Exile freak, you've got posters all over the place, and you know all the devs personally and all that crap, probably won't help you much. Well, that's going to do it for me, guys. I've been the Hicks from MMO-Play.com. Please do leave a comment on this video for a chance to be included in tomorrow's comment shout-out. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want a chance to be included in tomorrow's sub shout-out. And, you know, if you got some really cool content you want me to see, send me a message here at the MMO-Play channel, and I will be sure to check out your stuff. Again, I've been the Hicks from MMO-Play.com, and I'll see you all tomorrow.